The highly anticipated superhero movie Black Panther hits theaters today. It's already sold out across the nation in theaters, and one of its stars found that out the hard way. Film critic Lanita Cook joins us. Lanita, the movie star Lupita Nyong'o tweeted in part, "There were no seats and I was unable to buy tickets to see Black Panther on opening night." Sure, they made an exception for Lupita.
I would certainly make an exception for Lupita.
This movie is getting rave reviews. I have not seen one review that says anything negative about it.
Anything negative about it. My take. Okay, so as a movie, I do know that everybody's saying it is the best Marvel movie. I think it's wonderful. In terms of the fun factor, it is exceptional. It exceeded my expectations. The only complaint I have as a moviegoer, the fight scenes, they weren't as compelling for me as some other films. The one between Black Panther and the villain in particular reminded me of what went wrong in the fight scenes in the Matrix sequels. It was kind of—
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the same kind of, overdone. But other than that, and that is a small, tiny complaint.
That's like a super film critique right there.
Super film critic, right.
But the layperson watching, are they going to think?
Amazing time.
Yeah.
Amazing time.
Plot, how does it feel?
Plot. So I think that sometimes these superhero movies can get encumbered with trying to include too much, trying to satisfy too many people. And this one is just kind of bare bones, again, straight to the point. It's easy to engage with and kind of lend yourself over to the story.
Tell us about Michael B. Jordan, because this is pretty interesting. I read that he's being called the best Marvel villain ever. You paused and said, you don't see him as a villain. I
didn't see him as a villain. I recognize that his character was treated as a villain, but when we think about how that character can kind of represent how a lot of people feel socially, I don't see it as villainous. I think that that was a character that's saying, I need care.
Okay. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yes, and this movie, the thing that I loved about the movie that kind of tipped it over for me, because it was just a good time at first, but then I thought it was a huge testament to mercy, and so that's what really catapulted it into more than just a Marvel Universe movie for me.
That's interesting, because that is what we are seeing from people coming out of the movie when they're tweeting and Facebooking and telling their friends that it's a very emotional, they feel so emotional when they leave, which isn't what you think you would feel after leaving a superhero Marvel
so there are many
movie.
things about this movie that are universally beautiful, very human, and then there are things that are kind of Black owned, I think, that I know that you're gonna experience it as two people. So when I'm talking about W.E.B. Du Bois talked about in The Souls of Black Folks, talked about the double consciousness. And so I think when we as Black people are watching this movie, we are having a slightly different experience, because we're looking to see if this is representing our cultural consciousness. And when we come out, I think some people will feel that it went the full way in representing us, but you can see that they've tried. They've tried. Especially having somebody like Forrest Whitaker in the movie. He is amazing. And I don't know how public he is about it, but he is a chief in the Ife tradition, which is African religion. And having someone like him in the film, for me, is a testament of how far they've tried to go to be authentic.
Yes, film critic Lanita Cook. I cannot wait to see this movie, and there are going to be theaters packed across the metro for yet another day and a day and a day with everyone wanting to see Black Panther. Thank you for being here.